How you doing? My name's Dave. I hope you're having a great day so far, because this is a continuation of the previous video that I made, and you are not gonna you're gonna be so confused listening to this, because if you didn't watch the other video, because there's a lot of context, so if you haven't, go watch the other one. I know it's really long, but I promise you it is worth it. I think. I don't know. If you want to get the whole story. So anyways, from where we left off, um, we I came over to her house, and I brought her gifts, and she just every time I saw her, my heart would just skip a beat. Um, she was always gorgeous, beautiful. She was such a great person. She was such a kind and understanding person. She would do anything to make sure somebody is happy. And I love that about her. She loved the color purple. She loved cats, animals. Uh, she loved music. Um, I knew what kind of music she liked. She liked well, I don't really know what kind of lo-fi-ish. I don't know, it's multiple different kinds of music, like the River Cat, Boy with You, Sabrina Carpenter, obviously, a few others that are like kind of lo-fi-ish, you know. Not all of those I just mentioned were like lo-fi, but I don't know. Um, anyways, yeah, she came over and she was just always beautiful. Again, I can't say it enough. She was just always beautiful. Um, so I brought her things. I sat down. I gave her the gifts that I brought for her, and she said to me, "Oh, I didn't know we were bringing gifts. If I knew that, I would have brought you some." And I was like, "No, it was something I wanted to do. You don't have to get me anything. You don't owe me anything." Because I never wanted her to feel like she owed me anything, that I expected anything. Um, I just wanted her to do whatever made her happy, to have everything that made her happy. And she lit that candle for us, and we watched. I'm not sure what movie exactly. I think we watched Goosebumps. No, not Goosebumps. What the fuck am I talking about? Beetlejuice? Or was that in the? No, I don't quite remember that. We watched movies though. And I think the fact that I don't remember what movie we watched is because I was more focused on her. Um, yeah, yeah, movie nights with her were like one of my favorite things just in the world. I mean, like sitting on a couch with your favorite person, just chilling and talking to them, watching a movie, chilling out. Just like, who wouldn't love that? She was an amazing person. she wasn't like sexual at all. She wasn't like she's not like the other girls, you know. She was modest. She was kind. She was everything I wanted. Um, she was smart. She was funny. She was beautiful. She had everything that I could ever ask for in a woman. She was so genuine. And she knew what she needed. She knew what she wanted. Everything. Just we watched the movie. I don't remember what movie we watched. But you know, we talked, we watched the movie. It might have been, no, it wasn't Beetlejuice. Or was it? I, no, yeah, I think it was Beetlejuice. Maybe. Yeah, I think. I don't know. The movie doesn't matter anyways. Um, I was just so madly in love. Insanely in love. Um, we talked, we watched the movie, we chilled on the couch, and she let me play a game on her laptop as well. She let me play a few games on her laptop that I wasn't able to play because because I didn't have a laptop and I'm a console player. I, um, no, after the actually, I don't even, I don't know if we had a movie on while we did that or if oh, we had music on. Yeah. Yeah, we ate, we had music on, we just, it was so, it was, it was everything to me. It might have been simple, but it was everything to me. You know, we didn't need all these fancy ass, like, places to go to. We didn't even need to go out to have a good time. Um, but, yeah. And then, well, yeah, during the movie, I rested my head on her shoulder. And then just kinda, I don't know, we rested on each other. We felt each other's warmth. We felt things that, you know, we probably never thought we'd feel for each other, with each other. Then, you know, she started playing The Sims 4 on her laptop, and I sat right next to her. Um, and you know, we rested our heads on each other's shoulders. We were just sat right next to each other, touching. And we just put our cheeks together. Yeah, thank you, Minecraft. I sat there and I watched her play The Sims on her laptop with my cheek pressed against hers, her cheek pressed against mine. Um, it was the best moment of my life right there. Had my arm around her, her hair in my face, my heart beating practically out of my chest. His music is fucking making this a lot harder, um, than it should be. I told her how beautiful and pretty I thought she was. I wish... I wish we could have had more time like that. That was the happiest man on the world. I was on cloud 9 right there, and I don't think anybody else at that point in time was as happy as I was. Cause she made me the happiest man in the world. I had never had anything like that in my life. Just, I did, have a relationship with a bunch of kissing and all that, but that could never top that. Cause what I felt there was love, not lust, not just, not horniness, not anything. That was love that I felt. And it was real. It's something I don't regret. Something I will never regret. I just wish that we had more time. I wish we could. And that's... whenever I think of that moment now, it always just kills me. Because she walked away from that. That day was perfect. And I was the best man in the world. And I would have done that 1,000 times. I would love to do that every day for the rest of my life. But she walked away from that. There were no problems that day, because it was perfect, like I said. When I walked out, when I left that day, I hugged her the tightest I ever had in my life. And I didn't want to let go. I thought she would feel the same way after that day. Things were great until a while, you know. Things were great for a while. Perfect. I smiled every day. I dreamt every day of happiness, and I felt like I was actually happy. Truly, my life felt like there was nothing that could ever go wrong. Because like I said, everything was going right in my life. And then just one night, we were having another movie night, and honestly, it was my fault for the way things went the way they did. As I was actually, hold on. She wasn't feeling well, and I should have thought more. I should have just, oh, take that. I should have just focused on the way she was feeling physically. Just she was not feeling well. She was not in a good mood. You know, I at least that's if you know where I'm going, I'm pretty sure that's what was happening. You know, I didn't know though, and I didn't really think of that. She told me that she told me like a few days before or something that to give her like a day to herself, something like that. And I was like, yeah. But then the day after, I asked her if she wanted to hang out. I don't know why I was so pushy. I was so focused on wanting to see her, and that was being selfish on wanting to see her and not giving her space. Space is what I never gave her. I came over that day, and it was a movie night, like usual. And, I was gonna bring her a new mouse for her computer, since her previous one kind of broke. She spilled fucking ramen on it, which I did not let her live down. I'm going in a circle. Yeah. So I was gonna bring her a new mouse, but it didn't arrive. So I was gonna give it to her. It didn't arrive by the time that I was gonna come over. So I was gonna give it to her later. Anyway, that isn't even important to the story. Anyways, we let me just wait this out. Yeah. It's ooh pretty. I'll be right back on. So where was I? Yeah. Anyways, a day. you know, I treat it as usual normal movie night that we had. What was this? Whether it was sports? So it's Kaosai. Because I didn't see anything wrong. It should have been more. Hindsight's 2020, but it should have been better. I should have paid more attention. She was clearly irritable, and I kept trying to do the things that I always did. Kept trying to, you know, be near her. You know, since you know, it's, we watched the Fear Street movies on Netflix. Um, and I kept trying to, you know, touch her. You know, just kind of stroke her hair like I look to do. Because I really liked her hair. Um, she had beautiful hair. I shouldn't have done all that. I should have fucked myself. God damn it. And she told me multiple times to stop, but I don't know why I didn't fucking listen. I don't know. I don't know what I was doing. I really don't. I just fuck off. I really don't know. I was too focused on just showing her my physical, you know, love that I completely just disregarded her feelings. Don't know. And that day, I knew. I don't. I don't know. Even when she kind of like tried to back away all those times, I still insisted. No, we ate, we watched those movies, but she seemed so uninterested in me, so irritated with me. And every time I scratched my face or moved around, made any sort of noise, she would get irritated with me. Um, I shouldn't have come over that day. Did I try to cook an apple? What's happening? When I was leaving that day, I try to plant a kiss on her with my fingers, since I didn't want to like straight up try to kiss her. Um, and she kind um, it's nothing to laugh about, but she kind of just like dodged it every time I tried, and I just kind of that was such an embarrassing and horrible moment that I shouldn't have done. I hugged her, and when I was leaving, and she was trying to lure one of the cats back inside. She looked so depressed. She didn't look happy at all. And I noticed that, and I walked back in, and I gave her another hug, but she still looked so depressed. And it was my fault. And I knew that. And I couldn't stop shaking that feeling when I was driving back home. When I got home, I sent her a text apologizing for my behavior, and she also apologized for being irritable or something like that. But it's nothing she should have apologized for. And I kept apologizing for days after that until she's she decided it'd be best if we didn't continue our relationship. We still she asked for space, but in my hopes to apologize to her and just I don't know what I was trying to do. Make her know that I was guilty about the end. Just apologizing constantly, telling her things I don't know, so I sent her constant messages and she needed space. And she didn't get any from me. And I just kept making things worse, especially in her friend group as well. I don't know, I did so many things wrong. I was in a Discord server with her and her online friends, you know. Um, and then I got kicked from it one day. Um, and you know because I wasn't really in the best mental state. I was saying things and doing things that I should have had control over. That I shouldn't have been doing. It wasn't anything like hateful or like, you know. At least I don't think it was anything hateful. I mean, they were fucking seeing slurs in there. I wasn't. So, anyways, I was just I don't know. None of her friends ever liked me. I'll be honest. But there were, things that they didn't like about me for reasons that that were probably valid, but that I didn't know about. I wanted to put the bread in here. I need the bread. I need the bread. I kept day after day, not day after day, month after month. One day, after a bit, after a few months, I, I was so hurt, but every single one of those months, I didn't see her every day. I didn't see her. I was just so unbelievably hurt. And one day, she, we were on semi-good terms again. Um, I think that was before I got kicked. Yeah, that was definitely before I got kicked from that server. She confided in some things about me, about how she felt alone, and I kept trying to hint that I wanted to hang out with her again. And she definitely got that point, but she didn't. But we got into a call together, and we talked for a bit, just casually. We didn't talk about what happened between us. We didn't talk about that. We talked about what was it, school? She had a case study, um, stuff like that. It wasn't really a long call though, and I didn't think it would be I didn't think it would be the last time I would speak to her. As after that, things just got worse. I got worse. Everything I tried to avoid just it all just got out of its cage. And then we got into a sort of argument through text. I don't know if it was because I sent a message saying I'm sorry for ruining our relationship, something like that. She said, yeah, you messed up, but I still don't feel comfortable, all that. And I don't remember exactly the entire conversation. That was the last time I actually. Oh wait, yeah, She said the only thing I was gonna end up doing was killing myself, and that I'm declining. That I was declining. And then that was the last time we talked. That was 6 months ago. Today's her birthday. And I sent her a happy birthday message that I don't think she'll respond to. All I said was happy 20th. Hope you have a good one. But part of me just has been hoping that she would see this message and reply, even just one word. The days haven't gotten easier. They should have. They should have gotten easier, but it's hard when you love a person with everything you have, and then they walk away. But it's not her fault. She wasn't the one that made the mistakes. She was only the one that pushed me away. But I was the one that made her. So the joke is kind of on me, isn't it? I did everything I could. I gave her everything I could give. But all I ended up doing was getting the both of us hurt. And now she won't even talk to me. Today's her birthday.